There's several different reasons I decided to start a podcast, and the main one was feeling as though I didn't have an ability to get my voice out. I can make videos, people look at my face, and honestly, over the past 5 years, I've received nothing but constant dread and agony from people on the internet as I tried to pursue a positive path to change the world for the better, through travel, through people, through community, and it was just thwarted by the same kind of people that I was raised with that I thought were on my side. And ultimately I found out that there are no sides, that there's a lot of hurt people that need help. And in order to silence the negativity and be able to get my voice out there, that people could hear who I really am, what I have to say, and understand that what I have to say matters in a way bigger setting than they are willing to recognize yet, or that I fully understand yet, I had to find a way to get my voice out, which is what I'm doing now. And although I might be slightly ignorant and a bit young, I do know that there's something inside of me, whoever I am, that the world needs what I have to say, because I know how happy I am, the joy that I have inside. And if I don't share that with the world, it's how I define my worth. So that's why I'm on Anchor. Whether it's love, whether it's positivity, I couldn't give you the most accurate description. What I do know is I have the ability to make others smile in a way that no one else does. The way that I smile. And that's what I want to share. Welcome to Feetpeace.
Hey everyone, I'm Jimmy.
And I'm Kait.
And we decided to do the podcast with you because Kaitlyn enjoys the podcast. And also because we ordered her a phone and it went to the wrong address. And we can't get it. So I've been doing my best here. I'm not perfect. And we're going to figure this out. It's just being confident day over day. Being responsible day over day. You're up, boss.
Okay. This morning is really beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
You're going to have to talk into the microphone. They will have to hear you.
Okay.
There you go.
Here we go.
And we are live, as you can tell. This will be unedited.
Well, it is a beautiful morning. It's that nice peach color outside. And the clouds are a nice, like, grayish lavender. I love it when it's that contrast. It's so pretty. Yeah, it was a really good morning. I didn't work out with Jimmy, but I did do some stretches, and that just makes the day so much, I don't know, it gives the day a really nice start. And I did it a little bit yesterday, and then I did it more today, and it's incredible how just working out can make the morning and just the rest of the day so much more, I don't know, what's the word? Just so much more.
It's your word.
Okay.
Like you find your word.
Yeah. So much happier. I don't know how else to say it other than it's happy. I have a little bit more oomph to my smile. I got a little bit more pep in my step. And it's nice. I really missed, I'm not working out obviously yet, but I missed having that energy from moving my body, because I've been so sedentary over this past year, and it's very, very nice. It's really nice. Yeah. So what I will say is, oh my gosh, the sun is coming through the window and it's shining. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. Yesterday, I was laying in bed while Jim was doing a broadcast, and because the sun was coming on the bed like it is now, and I was just basking in it, because we obviously had windows and sunlight at the other whatchamacallit, at our last apartment, but I didn't really like soak in the sun too much. So having sunlight fall on me is like,
neither did I.
it's very wonderful. Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Don't let her be your victim. Neither did I.
I didn't mean to sound like victim. I'm just like, I'm grateful that the sun is.
You're right. Here's what I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Because when you're talking, you have to remember that there are so many people brainwashed to the idea that not only women in general are lower than men, but they're also brainwashed to the idea that you were just constantly abused. You got to realize that as you tell your story, you need to be cognizant of that. Because if you're not, then they're going to just repaint it however they please. You can share it as you want to, but realize that if you want control of your narrative, you're going to have to tell it well. That's it. It's not criticism.
Yeah.
I see the look on your face. You're good. So good. It's not criticism. It's just, you have to be careful. I had to learn to be careful. So you're learning. You're going to get better with your words day over day.
Yep.
You don't have any live pressure right now.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier to learn when you don't have 1,000 eyes on you.
Yeah, it is.
And you don't feel their criticisms. Mine is enough. Huh?
Yeah.
My critique is enough. Let alone their enabling.
So, I'm just very grateful for the sunshine and the fresh air. Having the window open, and we had the windows open quite a bit before too. Up here though, it's a lot. The air's a lot. It's a lot fresher because we're more out in the country. So it is wonderful, and I'm super duper duper grateful for where we are right now. Super grateful. On another positive note, I want to know if there's any way to make a organic, healthy version of Coca-Cola. And I feel like there must be a way to do that, because there's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way. So that is one of my missions in life now, is to figure out a way to make a healthy, organic version of Coca-Cola. Because I know that there is carbonated. I did not know exactly how soda was made, but now I have an idea of, you gotta carbonate the water and then add all the flavoring and whatnot. So,
doing the cherry version?
I am sure I can figure out a way to get the cherry flavoring I can figure out a way to get cherry extract. So, I'm sure I can find a way to make a cherry version. But I just want to figure out what exactly makes Coca-Cola taste like Coca-Cola, and then figure out how to recreate that. Because I was thinking about ginger ale and Fanta, because there's grape soda, there's orange soda, ginger ale, there's obviously that ginger flavor. So I was thinking, what makes Coca-Cola taste like Coca-Cola? And so I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on that. Because obviously, that grape flavor, obviously grape juice and that grape soda flavor tastes a bit different.
And here, I'm going to step in with a little criticism.
Okay.
But also some critique, some guidance.
Yeah.
And it's not even guidance, it's just actually something that hopefully will boost your confidence and help you to prepare for people that are going to give you crap about it. Not me. Coca-Cola is made in a lab, more or less. It's almost 100% fake. It's just death in a can that you can pour down a drain and will, clean the drain. But it tastes beautiful. And I would rather clean my pipe with Coke than with pipe cleaner. So you don't want to put pipe cleaner in your body. But the point I'm making here is that as you pursue this, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to say, you can't do it, that sounds nuts, what are you doing? If you genuinely want to find that, and that's your mission, then, good luck, because you're tackling something rather large. I can relate to that, but you're you. You can definitely do it. Just realize that that's genuinely what you want to pursue, and it's not just another little hobby. You're talking about making a hobby out of something that's almost impossible.
I don't
that
want to
hasn't
like
been done.
manufacture it. I just want to have it for myself and me.
Yeah, well, this is my point though. Is when, and this is something you're going to learn in time. Is as you begin to choose what to tackle in your life, you're going to have to pick and choose what's important to you. Because if you pick up something so big and it's just for me and you, you know, I know this might sound pessimistic, but it's not going to happen. And not in this day and age. We don't. The resources aren't currently available. Now, if you uncover them, I'll believe you. That's the difference. I'm not saying you can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say it's impossible?
No.
What did I say?
You said at this current time we don't have the resources.
Yeah, but did I say? I might have said it was impossible first. I was checking my own words. I wasn't testing you. I was checking my own words. I may have said it was impossible. It's not impossible if I said that. It's just darn near impossible. If it really matters to you, then that's something that, you know, you might want to consider sharing with the world, not just with yourself. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Yeah. Not just me and you. It's pretty selfish. I think it's a cool pursuit. It's a great idea. Just what I'm making an effort to do is help guide you beyond the vices that, you know, I've seen from those in your past. And those vices include picking up something and not finishing it, or vice versa, picking something so minute and chasing after it, never really getting it. And you've seen that from both sides of the fence from your past. So be very careful what you decide to pursue. I'm in support of whatever you decide to pursue. Just realize that if that's your pursuit and that's what you want to be known for, you're talking about, you know, creating something that is a near impossible pursuit that you definitely could do. It's just you'd have to spend the rest of your life on something like that. And I don't. Do you know what I mean by that or no?
Yeah, like you're letting me know, like calling something a mission when it's more of a hobby.
Well, is it a hobby? Is it a hobby or is it a mission? I'm not going to assume. You called it a mission. I'm trusting your word.
It's something that I want to.
Is it like a life's mission?
It's like a bucket list thing. Like I want to do it before I die.
Then that would be something that you put on the bucket list, not that you're doing it 20 years old.
Okay.
And talking about 20 years old. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you want to talk about, well, what are you pursuing right now? Because you're just fantasizing. And I did that for a long time too. And think about it this way. Think about how long it took them to perfect, quote unquote, perfect Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Now compare that to, you're 20 years old, you know almost nothing about the industry, right? Am I knocking you down or am I humbling you? I'm humbling you. I can't knock you down. You're already down there. You just don't know it. Yeah. I'm reminding you. I'm down there too. Don't you sweat it. I'm down there too. Right? I'm down there with you.
Yeah.
It's just, if you're going to build, it's important to be in the present. So what is it in your present that is either a hobby you want to pursue or communicate about? Or what is your passion? What is your mission? And what are you doing? What steps do you want to take? It's ridiculous to say, well, now just tell them the steps you're going to take. Because you're not there yet. And that's perfectly okay.
Yeah.
You'd have to have a phone to be able to build out the steps to what you want to do next. And we'll get there.
Yeah.
So right now, what is a hobby that you can pursue right now that you'd like to talk about? Or what is a mission in life that you have that you would like to share with them? If that's the subject you'd like to be on, those are the ways that you can remain accurate. And now there's going to be a lot of average people out there that are going to hear my words and call me hypercritical. But
no, this is not hypercritical.
Yeah, but it's the people out there who are going to understand that you're learning how to gain direction just as well as I am. Yeah. I'm learning direction in my industry. I'm teaching you direction about life. I have life direction. It's very clear I have life direction. What I don't have is direction within my career.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm working on. So once you have that life direction, it'll be easier to be clear about your mission, but picking a mission and sticking to it is part of that. For me, social media became my first mission. What I found out in the long term was that it is a hobby. My 9 to 5 is a hobby. It is not my passion. So find your 9 to 5. And it seems like you already have. No?
I mean, I like talking to people, yeah. And
without having to hear their critiques in return.
Yeah.
Or realistically, wouldn't it be even more fun if you could do it live without criticisms.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we take this over to Facebook for you. Because Facebook has, I could do my podcast here. Facebook has that you can do a live stream audio only. And so does Periscope. Where you can do audio only and engage with the audience. And since we don't have many people on Facebook, you could probably do it on Facebook and feel a lot less judged.
Yeah.
Now, you'd have to do it for free on that platform. So that's currently not feasible to be using my device for that.
Mm-hmm.
Once we have the ability to get you a device, maybe you could run a podcast on the Facebook, or you could run a podcast on Periscope. Would you want to do something like that?
Yeah, maybe.
And just talk about fantasies and whatnot.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay, well guess what? You know what a great start is?
Doing it here?
Doing it right here, because I personally don't value doing a podcast if it's not live. It's not fun for me. But at the same time, I don't want you having to use my phone when I could be working and doing something else.
Yeah.
It's not, I shouldn't be, I gave up everything for you and I love you, but the worst mistake I'm making is disrespecting myself to let you play with my, play with my life and play with my money like it's a toy. And you're not meaning to do that. You never meant to do that. But I disrespected myself. I put it in your hands. And, now it's just normal for you. And that's not your fault. 0% your fault. You had no perception in the matter. I had 0 perception in the matter. We learned our lessons. So why don't I cut this segment, we'll run to the next ad, and then after that, you just talk about you and your fantasies for the rest of this episode, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do next episode. But I think you and I having a back and forth of, showing people the ways that I'm educating you would help them to understand. It would be a perspective where it's my platform, so it would be, a positive benefit to help heal my name, that people see how I really am with you now.
Yeah.
Right? And then on the other note, you would still be able to get your voice out there in a comfortable way. And then by the time we get our next platform monetized, that we can monetize our next platform, then you can start creating that content potentially. But I think the blog is a good potential area. You'll have to have your own device first. This is a good middle ground until we can figure out how to get you a frickin' phone.
Yeah.
So.
One of the fantasy ideas that I am really kind of running with right now.
I can say whatever I want. Nigga, 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 nigga. Nigga, 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 nigga. I can say whatever I want.